You are listening to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast. Okay, happy Tuesday, everyone. Today is June 25th, 2024, and we are going to talk about the astrology energy that's happening between June 24th and June 29th this week. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We have a pretty low-key week in the astrological world. There's a lot of internal reflection taking place. We are officially in Cancer season, and this year Cancer energy is collaborating with its opposite sign, Capricorn. And so as we survey our lives, we are discovering new realizations of where we came from and where we're going. We have new emotional awareness around how we want to show up in the world, how we want to show up in the roles that we are choosing to play in society, what we're contributing to society, and how that all has a ripple effect on the quality of energy that we're bringing home, how that energy is affecting our households, and how much energy we have left for ourselves on a daily basis. And so Capricorn energy is very practical, while the Cancer energy is more of an intuitive type of energy. But both energies desire a sense of security and stability. They both have this alpha female initiation quality about them, but they are just on two opposite ends of the spectrum. So Cancer is more of the energy of I feel, and I want to go inside of myself so that I can retrieve the answers. Capricorn is more of that I accomplish, let's get something done, right? So if Cancer is sensing a no in some area of your life, this is no longer working for me, Capricorn will put in the work to get rid of whatever that is. And so it will be a good idea if you didn't have your birth chart, if you wanted to Google real quick or go to somewhere like astroseek.com to retrieve a free birth chart, just so you could see where these energies are happening for you. So on January 23rd, this past weekend, it could have even been more on the 22nd too, our planet of communication and mental processing, Mercury, which is in the sign of Cancer, formed a square with the nodes of the moon. And a square is like a tense but possibly creative relationship where they were in communication with one another. And the nodes of the moon are two mathematical points that are just related to how the moon moves in the universe. And so the south node of the moon it represents our comfort zone and what comes easy to us. And the north node is the qualities and the journey that we are fated towards. It's our not so comfort zone. It is all the things that are on the other side of fear for us. So with our mind and intellect being in that conversation with the nodes, we could have found ourselves feeling overwhelmed or indecisive about something this past weekend, something that we used to be certain about, that maybe used to come naturally to us. We may feel a little uncertain about it, a little insecure about that. And we might have found ourselves needing to sit with something or think something through. Information could have been received that shifted our perspective about something or someone, or shifted our perspective in some way. You may find that you are inclined to some internal processing this week, searching for answers inside of you versus searching for answers, in the external, talking it out or Googling or anything like that. That Cancer energy really wants to go in, really wants to sit with something so that we could come up with the answers that's true for ourselves. And so with the Sun, Mercury, and Venus all being in Cancer, we're requiring a self-check-in. Where have we been feeling depleted? Is our cup on E, and how can we fill that back up? When Cancer energy doesn't honor itself, it can become really crabby. It can be snappy. You can find yourself really wanting to isolate from people, just really being into your own shell with your own homemates, feeling safe and secure until you feel good enough to come back out. And so you really want to honor that. This is not a season to bypass your self-care. You want to take care of yourself first so that you will be able to put the claws away. on June 26th, which is tomorrow, Wednesday, Mercury enters a trine with Saturn in Pisces, and this is a very harmonious aspect. And so this is bringing more clarity about something, some solid and mature communication. We could be pulling out our tried and true checklists or pros and cons lists to make a decision about something. And this could be a proverbial list. Maybe perhaps there is some intuitive messages coming, some energy surrounded around something that you no longer want to be around or deal with. And so you're weighing out, how you feel about something, and you're deciding from that space. We will be also thinking and talking about what we are manifesting in the real world at this time. Friday, June 28th, Venus, our planet of beauty and the things that we find beautiful, and relationships and creativity and joy and pleasure is in the sign of Cancer, and it will be in a sextile, or like a very nice, fun dance with Mars and Taurus. And Mars is our energy of assertion. It's how we stand up for ourselves. It's how we go after the things that we want. It is our energy. And so this is bringing in something adventurous, something in the realms of beauty, relationships, or creativity. This could be a new hair color, a new haircut. There could be a decision that you're making about your aesthetic or your body in some kind of way. This could be a hot date or taking bold action on a creative project. And finally, our big one for the week, on Saturday, June 29th, Saturn in Pisces, will station retrograde, meaning that in the sky, this planet appears to be traveling backwards. And so our planet of boundaries, mastery, and responsibility, being in the sign of daydreams, night dreams, intuition, and empathy and healing with no boundaries, is slowing down so that we can check in on our own spiritual growth and discipline. This maturity check will be specific to the areas of life that Pisces is in your chart. So if you have your birth chart available, you want to go ahead and look at what house, what area, what slice of pie is Pisces located in, because we all have the 12 signs in our charts, and they are all working and expressing themselves in a plethora of ways. Saturn is asking you to review the blueprints of your decisions and intentions. And so this could be connected to something that you started or you became serious about in March of 2023. I will also go ahead and throw in that this could be connected to something that you started or realized that wasn't good for you in March of 2024 as well. So you want to think back to what was taking place last year or even this previous March. And so this is a time to review our commitments about something. This is a time where we are viewing and reviewing what we wanted to manifest or to create in our physical world. And Saturn is asking, can I make my dreams a reality? Can I make my dreams come true? Pisces is the energy of the invisible. It is our capacity to dream and connect spiritually with the collective. But Pisces doesn't have boundaries. But when you have Saturn in Pisces, Saturn makes that invisible visible. It organizes and structures your dreams, our capacity to heal others. Saturn is directing us to heal with boundaries, to pour from the overflow. We're not pouring from empty cups anymore. And we're going to assess whether we have been healing responsibly or have we been healing at the expense of our own well-being. So from June 29th until mid-November, we will be slowing down to really determine whether something is still working for us, or does something need to be cut out and to be disconnected from us. We are really encouraged to stop and listen to our intuition at this time. And so we're really focusing on our own self-discipline, our own self-mastery, and really connecting with ourselves in a moment of stillness, because that is when we can really hear our intuition speaking to us, and we can hear the messages that are being received from the divine, from something higher than ourselves. And so at this time, you really want to honor that energy, honor that slowdown. Do not underestimate the validity of your dreams. Do not underestimate the validity of intuitive messages, because we know, I don't know if we know, but some of us know that spirit, our ancestors, God, our higher power, the universe communicates with us in the spiritual realm in our unconscious, in our dreams. Sometimes we could be brushing our teeth or walking or in the grocery store or doing something, and there just seems to be a whisper or message of what the next step is, or what is just really no longer serving us. That is becoming very clear and concise this year. Some things we probably were sitting on, we're now really moving into a disconnection with something, or a reconnection with something or someone else that is for our highest good. Trust and lean into the power of meditation at this time. Meditation doesn't have to be sitting cross-legged with your eyes closed. Meditation can look like going for a walk in nature, taking a shower, going for a swim, putting your feet in warm water. As for me, I like to water my plants and feed my plants. It could be petting your small animals, or coloring, doing something creative, painting, just something that really puts you into the present moment and quiets down the nervous system so that you can hear spirit communicating with you. And so this slowdown is very important for us because it really will be assisting you in strengthening something, completing something, or moving something away from you and, your energetic desires. So as always, I hope this message found you in a good spirit, in a good space. If you want to work more with your birth chart, if you want to know more about your birth chart, if you want to really know more about your energetic blueprint and your cosmic blueprint, which is your birth chart, I will leave my link in the show notes for you to book a reading. You can get on a call with me, and my schedule is open. I am accepting readings at this time, and we can go into a conversation about your birth chart, and possibly even some coaching, because I am also a mindset coach. And so I'll leave that in the show notes. I definitely appreciate you for tuning in. My higher self thanks your higher self, and I hope you guys have an amazing week, and don't forget to rest and slow down and honor yourself this week. Talk to you later. Bye. You are listening to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast.